What's up, fam? Today I am going to be talking about the Week 1 predictions that I think are mostly true and what I think is going to happen. Let's start it off with the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to come in this one saying that the Atlanta Falcons will go in with it, but I got to choose Bryce Young, the first overall pick, and I'm going to choose him to take this game. Now, the Bucs and the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson, he's really good, and Mike Evans will not be doing anything as much as him, and we are just a super downgrade of the Buccaneers from 2020. We're kind of like the 2019 Buccaneers now, so I'm going to say the Minnesota Vikings take this one. I usually don't say that. I usually say the Bucs are going to win, but they're probably not going to win, mostly in my predictions. Next, the Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb can do something in this game. I don't think it will make a difference with Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow all on the same team. That's just going to give a lot of offense for the Cincinnati teams, but if you have some of them on fantasy, I would really choose Joe Mixon or Joe Burrow because the wide receivers are going to get passed too, and there's a lot of good wide receivers, so they're going to be mixed up and stuff. Next, the Indianapolis Colts and the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence has been out there for 2 years, I think, and he had a good wide receiver. Went to a different team. But Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor, I don't think he's playing today. He might be, but Pittman and Anthony Richardson, I think, will connect a lot today. I think Anthony Richardson will get at least 150 yards passing in this game. Tennessee Titans and the Saints. I've really not remembered this game because they really lost tempo after Drew Brees left, and then no one really remembered Michael Thomas. And Tennessee Titans, you've remembered Derrick Henry his entire career basically. So I think he's going to be taking the W on this one. San Francisco and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think San Francisco could win by their defense alone, plus their tight end, their wide receivers. Purdy, I think, last season, I said he was a go. He did really good until he got hurt and all that stuff. He just is not good under pressure, and his linemen are really good, so that usually never happens. So I think San Francisco is going to turn out to win this one. Washington and Arizona. I wish that Washington would win this because of Scary Terry, but I don't think they're going to win it. Even though that D-Hop left the Cardinals, they still have James Conner and Kyle Murray, the running back. This is going to be a running game for one team and then a passing game for the other. So check to see, and whoever wins is probably going to be because their running was better than the others and their passing was a little bit better. It's probably going to be a close game unless the running gets too out of hand by Kyler Murray. And yeah, so I think Kyle Murray and the Cardinals will win this game. The Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. You don't really think about this game being the Houston Texans, and really no one's saying wow, the Houston Texans are going to be a so much different team because they had the second and third pick. That's not what anyone else thinks, and it's what I think, but not against the Ravens. Lamar Jackson is going to do it himself with his wide receivers, which aren't really the best wide receivers. but Lamar Jackson can do it. So, Green Bay Packers in the Bears. I think Justin Fields will be really good with Mooney this year because he did that in 2020, and he was shredding every single team in 2019. Led that into 2020, 2021, he went away. He started going away from all the goodness like Patrick Mahomes in 2020. He faded away from that MVP spot, and then he hasn't been going back to there since. But I think this year it will be the year that he connects and gets a lot of rushing yards. This game is going to be about rushing. Aaron Jones is going to do it for the Green Bay Packers, and Justin Fields will do it for the Bears. And they lost David Montgomery, but you saw his performance this week against the Chiefs, which the Chiefs won, which the Chiefs lost. I would have said the Chiefs won, but yeah, like he's gonna do good, so Bears are gonna win. Raiders versus the Broncos. This one, I think you can just connect with QB, wide receiver all day with Davante Adams. Don't have to mess it up. Give it to him. He's gone. That defense will not catch up to Davante Adams. Davante has one of the best route running in the game, and Justin Jefferson is better, but like he's going to do really good. Really, it's going to be passing against running again, and Jamal Williams is going to be running for the Denver Broncos, and if they try to throw, it's going to be probably overthrown for the Broncos. And if you just get it close to him, if you get close, QB, wide receivers, like, and the wide receivers go together, that makes a good team. And if you have a running back like Josh Jacobs, that's also going to be a running team. So it will be passing and running for the Raiders and a little bit of passing for the Denver Broncos and lots of running for the Broncos. Whoever has Jamal Williams in their fantasy, good for you, because that's going to get at least 15 points this game. Eagles and Patriots, like, I don't really have like much to say about this, but it's going to be an absolute like huge house. Defense unstoppable. Can't
Who's gonna win? Keep going. Who's gonna win?
And the Philadelphia Eagles will win with their wide receiver core and their defensive core. And if you put both of those together, that is a Super Bowl winning team that they just lost by 3 points because of Mahomes and his unstoppable throwing. Philadelphia is definitely going to win this game. Don't really have much to say about this one either. The defense for the Chargers, if they can get that going up right away, then they can put their best corner, Tyreek Hill, stay on Jalen Waddle, double guard Tyreek Hill, put someone on Jalen Waddle. You're fine. The running backs are going to be okay. They're not going to be going to the running back that much. There's going to be like 2 rushing touchdowns, maybe. Probably 3 overall rushing touchdowns. But other than that, nothing really to say except that the Chargers are going to win. The Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks were super good a few years ago. Almost beat the Patriots like 5 years ago or something. And the Rams they have like a really good defense too. And but Cooper Kupp is their star of the team, and since he's going to be gone for 3 weeks and coming back in week 4, he better have something to respond to, at least like a 4-win streak, because they might not win any games while he's out. They're probably going to have to give it to Cam Akers like the whole time. So I'm still going to choose Los Angeles because I think Cam Akers can come up and do something as a running back. And Van Jefferson, this is his time. This time, right here, he's going to do something. And the rookies that they got are also going to help. Aaron Donald is going to do a lot in this game, getting the QB sacked at least 1 or 2 times in this game. And Jalen Ramsey, I'm not going to say any interceptions because I don't want to overdo it, but I think he might get 1 interception, maybe 1 interception this game for the Rams. And I think it might be by Jalen Ramsey. So not really much to say other than that. And Dak Prescott against Daniel Jones. You've seen it before. People say that the Giants are going to come back. I don't think so right now. CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and Tony Pollard will lead this game to at least 21 points for the Cowboys. And they might, the wide receiver core for the Giants is underrated. You can pass it to them against Minnesota. People are saying the Giants are so good. Wow, they beat Minnesota in the playoffs. It's bruh. They had not done good defense that game, really, at all. They were just shoving it to their best player. And then the kicker is going to finish it off either way because those teams are the exact same. So I think the Cowboys are going to win. And the last game, Monday Night Football, the Jets and the Bills. All you have to say, Josh Allen will lead them by himself with Gabe Davis. You can give it to Gabe Davis and still win with Josh Allen. But since they have the extra Stephon Diggs, that game is not going to be close. People are saying, Aaron Rodgers, wow, he's going to do so good. Oh my, this is going to be a great game. Aaron Rodgers has no wide receivers. No, none. He's going to have to be giving the ball to the running back, which really isn't as good as Tony Pollard or any of those guys. And the running back, Devin Singletary, is going to be good enough to beat the New York Jets. And, yep, those are my predictions for the Week 1 football 2023. Bye, guys. See you in the next one.